All right, good people. Well, first of all, my name is Scott Cozart, and I am really excited to be here. So thank you for having me. First of all, I want to commend you for the work that you do. I don't think anybody can work with children and families without having a heart for people and a more productive community. So that takes a lot of energy and tons of love. And so I commend you on the work that you do, because the work that you do, it not only affects the revealed time right now, but it transcends, 5, 15, 20 years past what we know into the people we affect. Maybe they go to Guatemala and live for 10 years. Maybe out to North Carolina and Paris and Portugal and the Czech Republic. But your smile, the times that you played, laughed, counseled, all those things live within the people that we affect. And so that's commendable work. It's lifelong work. It's actually eternal work, which is a really good thing for everybody. I want to just talk about a few things with you. I didn't come to bring any super life-altering, life-shattering revelations to you that you probably hadn't thought of. Rather, I'd kind of like to take this time to maybe reveal to us some of the more simplistic things that sometimes get lost in our day-to-day transition of just living. And so I think that this would be more of a reminding time for us, and perhaps in some ways be revealing to us. That is my hope. That there are a few things that I've done, a few adjustments that I've made to this particular presentation, because you guys are a different group, a special group. And so special groups, different groups require adjustments. And so I've made an adjustment or two this morning to this presentation, and my hope is that it would fit our time and that it would fit you and me as well, because I'm being constantly changed just as you guys are. Is that all right? All right. Okay. I want to talk to us about the ladder of success. Who among us is familiar with that term, the ladder of success? Yeah. I think we've heard that mostly. Primarily, the ladder is primarily used as a tool of access for the purpose of solving problems. That's the basic function of a ladder. It's used as a tool of access primarily to solve problems. So whether you're talking about ascending or ascent, going up, maybe toward higher buildings where they're burning and you're rescuing people, maybe you're talking about descent or going down into maybe mines and tunnels that people fall into and get collapsed, but it's to help, to rescue. And even on a lateral perspective, going from side to side, maybe like when there are floods and so forth, you've seen them take the fireman's ladder and reach it way out, but all for the purpose of helping. The ladder is different from maybe like mountains, hills, paths, which are all pretty much natural. So you can ascend and descend and kind of move laterally with those, but those are all pretty much natural standing places. Staircase is kind of similar, but it's different in that it's man-made. Whether you've got the staircase here, or you've got stairs that people just carved out of stone or something. The ladder is different in that it's mobile. You can take it with you anywhere you want to go. You've probably seen people have ladders in the back of their cars, in trucks, on the top of their vans. Because the ladder of success, you take it with you as you go. So perhaps maybe the place you were before you got here. Maybe somehow you honed your craft and you did some different things to get to this place. Maybe this is a place that you climbed up from somewhere else to be at this point. That's a possibility, right? Maybe you have aspirations to be somewhere else. Maybe not anywhere better, but somewhere different. Maybe perhaps doing the same kind of work. Maybe 10, 15 years from now, or maybe never, maybe right here. but at some point, personally or professionally, you do plan to keep being progressive. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Which requires some degree of ascending or going up higher, moving up and down. So this is what the ladder of success is about. It's about taking your craft. It's about shaping it. It's about molding it. Whatever you do to do it well, so that you can keep going up higher, so that you can achieve the level of success that you want. So everybody agree with that? For the most part? Now suppose I were to tell you that even in doing something like that, you're going to need, in some perspective, to be a hero of some sort. I mean, mine may look a little foolish, but nonetheless, it is my cape. And, you know, when you're helping people, sometimes that comes with a hero type complex. That doesn't mean you have to be arrogant or narcissistic or anything like that, but maybe you really enjoy using what you've got to benefit humanity, to understand the plight of humanity. So in order to go up, maybe you're using your superpowers to go up and down that ladder, helping and saving and rescuing people. While I believe that that may be possible, I think that there may be a few other things that we need to think about concerning the ladder. So one of the first things I want you to think about is, for the ladder of success, how many people are generally walked over and walked on just to get there? Do you know? A lot. You know how many people want to get to that ladder? They will do any and everything, and they will step over you and they will step on you. They will crush you just to get to that ladder. And one of the tragic things about getting there is that when you're there, this ladder, unlike stairs or pathways or even a staircase, it's not designed for 4 or 5 people at a time. They didn't make it that way because it throws the balance of the ladder off, and it's dangerous. So they build it so that one person can be on it at a time. Now that may be good for the person that's autonomous or the person that's only concerned about themselves. But when you're dealing with people that are concerned about everybody else, then being the only person on the ladder becomes an immediate problem. You can't get but one person up at a time. And do you know that most people get hurt on the ladder, not from going up, it's coming down. Most people get hurt from a ladder coming down because they don't understand how to get down from a ladder. They try to get down from a ladder like this. Come up, they turn around, and they want to come down like that because they're afraid to not be able to see the steps that it requires. Because it does require steps to come down. Most people are afraid to go up the ladder because they don't know what's on the roof. Fear. And you've seen maybe in the movies or so forth, and people will say, don't look down. You know, people will be going up a ladder and they'll get real scared in the middle. They'll say, don't look down, just go up high. Have you seen anything like that? And people, they'll keep going. Maybe they're shaking and they're nervous and rattling, and they do get there. But here's the issue. Getting to the top has absolutely nothing to do with you dealing with the fear. It's the fear that still has to be dealt with. Because when fear is set in, then the love cannot be maximized. You cannot maximize love and fear in the same place. They cannot occupy those places. It is impossible. It is improbable. It cannot happen. People have to be able to deal with the fear that has to be dealt with. So what you'll see from a ladder like this, now mine looks probably a little bit different than what you'd imagine for a ladder of success, right? Right? I mean, you think about this clouds just kind of floating around and this golden ladder and sprinkles of silver just kind of coming down, you know. But who told us that the ladder of success looked any different than this? Perhaps the ladder is really not what we've been told. Maybe somebody's messing with us. Maybe it could be some of it is that it keeps us from being closer together. Because the closer we are together, the more we're able to communicate. The more we're able to communicate, it's possible the more we'll get to know each other. The more we get to know each other, maybe the more we'll see we've got in common. Maybe the more we've got in common, the more we see we can build. Maybe we see that our language is really more alike than it is different. Maybe our thoughts, even though utilized in different areas, fit more so of the common goal than this isolated building project we've got in our own heads. Maybe we could do more together than we could do apart. But it's going to be hard to talk and build and communicate down here around this table if we're waiting one by one to get up that ladder. To who and to where? Where? How long does that go? How long does that take? Suppose this really wasn't about the ladder of success. Suppose the ladder really was immaterial. You ever thought about that? Suppose it wasn't about the ladder. Suppose we needed to deconstruct the mythology of the ladder of success and maybe see it for what it really is. Is that a possibility? For the work that we do, I can hear some of the same words that you've probably said and some of the people that we serve every day. The songwriter used to sing a song, and the song had some of these words to it. It said, I've had some good days, and I've had some hills to climb, and I've had some weary days, and some sleepless nights. But oh, when I look around and think things over, then all of my good days, they outweigh my bad days. And oh my God, I won't complain. Now sometimes my clouds hang low, and I can hardly see the road. And I ask the question, Lord, why so much pain? But he knows what's best for me, more than my weary eyes can ever see. And I'll just say thank you, Lord. And oh my God, I won't complain. You know, I think that it's possible that the ladder of success really has nothing to do with success. I think that it's possible that it has everything to do with the table of brotherhood, the table of sisterhood, the table of fellowship. And I think that it's possible, in some respects, if we release the cape of being a superhero and transform that into the tablecloth of love, then it's possible that we could be more successful. But you say to me, Coach Hart, man, we got a table, but the table is meant for eating, fellowship. And I'd agree with you. You're right. You got me. And we'd have to come up with a way not only to get people to the table, but we'd also have to be prepared to serve the people that come. Now, of course, that takes preparation. But fortunately, for people like us, we come prepared. We come prepared. Because we're in the helping business, the loving business. You have to be prepared. Always prepared. Always prepared. Absolutely beautiful. It's nothing like being prepared for people that you love. This is going to turn out really, really nice for y'all. You see, you don't have to have everything all organized and all together. Just have it. Just have it. However you got to get it. There we go. I think this is coming together nicely. Really nice. You have your stone for you. I'm missing something now. Oh yeah, I know. I think I got that. I think I know what I'm missing. Plates. Gotta have plates. How people eat without plates. That's important. You need plates to eat. That looks nice. That looks nice. Yeah, let's do that. The table is set. The table is set. So now when you look around this room, what do you see? Tell me what you see. Clothes and stuff. Yeah, it is a lot of stuff. But let me tell you what I see. You see a tub. You see stuff. I see a table. You know how many tables are around us right now? A lot. But it's how we see it. And it has nothing to do with what we see. It has everything to do with what we see. You have to do this by what you see, not by what you're looking at. Don't be moved by what you see. It's what you see that's real. That's what's real. The vision out of here. Be moved by that. Do by that. Now look around you. What do you see?
I see a bunch of friends, family that we have met over the time that's always trying to do better for each other and for our communities.
Friends, family, progression, opportunities to be together. There are tables all around us. All around us. That's a table. See, doing the kind of work that we do may require you to take the shirt off of your back. Maybe it may require your drink and maybe yours. I'll be sure not to mix them up. It costs, it's a sacrifice. Maybe we got to give something. Maybe it does require the shirt off your back. Are you going to die of hypothermia from giving it up? Maybe that's a possibility. I think it's more likely that you won't, because you'll reap whatever you sow. If you sow good seeds, you'll reap good seeds. You don't have to be concerned about what you'll lose. If you continue to give, you'll always gain. And you don't have to see it immediately to know that you're gaining. You know that you're gaining. It's fundamental. It's the law of reciprocity. That's a law that cannot be changed. It won't be changed. There's nothing here that can change that. But this is the thing that I want you to remember. If you're using all of your energy trying to climb the ladder of success, you're going to be too tired to come to the table. And the truth really is, unless you eat at this table, you won't be able to climb that ladder anyway, even if it is the real thing. But more than that, there's one more thing I want to leave you with. It's just an I made just for you. Will this open?
Yeah, you just have to push it really hard.
There we go. That's the one right there. This is what I want you to remember. That if you don't set that table, you won't open doors for anybody. Unless you're able to set that table for the people that you serve, for the people that you love, don't expect to open doors for anybody. That table is the doorway of opportunity. It is the doorway of life in abundance, and it is the doorway of progression, success, and happiness for multitudes. It's not found on that ladder. It's found right there in that table. Learn to set the table. And if you set the table, if you're master setting that table, I can assure you with all certainty that you will open up the door to multitudes, countless numbers of people.